Well, I'm about 20 minutes early for arm wrestling practice, which is normal for me because I'm a psychopath and I have to be super early for everything. But I thought I'd take this time to make a little video on steroids in arm wrestling. Now, I have to make it clear that this is all theory because I don't know. I've not asked any arm wrestlers. I don't think that any arm wrestling is tested. Uh, I would have to assume that Levan Shagneshvili, or whatever his name is on a lot of PEDs. I would imagine that most of the top heavyweight and super heavyweight guys would be. There may be exceptions. I'm not sure. But like most sports, especially sports that aren't tested, you'd have to assume that the elite ones have at least experimented with PEDs. For me personally, since my neck surgery was 6 months ago, I haven't touched anything in about 8 months. I was only a heavy steroid user for about 3 or 4 years, from 2004 until 2008. I was about a 2,000 milligram a week guy. Combined different types of test, Winstrol, Deca, D-ball, Primo would be what I would take. Never all of those at once, but two, sometimes three of them at once, because I was getting my stuff in England and it was extremely cheap. That's the only reason I was taking so much. I have to admit I was the strongest I've ever been during that time. A 500-pound bench press was really effortless for me. I didn't even really train for bench press, but I got up to 535, and it was very comfortable. I got 500 for a few reps. I could squat 600-ish. My deadlift was just under 7. Physique-wise, even though, I spent most of that time traveling, I was doing 150, 200 plus matches a year, mostly in England. So I was eating crap, drinking a lot of beer at night, and I still maintained a pretty good physique. So if I had been dieting and training, if I'd have been home on those kind of dosages, I think I probably could have got on a stage and presented myself quite well. But I saw a photo shoot recently that I did in Tokyo in 2004. I had no idea. When you look back, it's like I was very vascular, very big. Probably, like for reference, I'm about two. I just weighed myself at the gym. I'm 293, and I'm soft. I'm not carrying a lot of muscle. In those days, I was probably 305, sometimes 310, and quite hard. So, yeah. Now, the question is, are steroids effective for arm wrestling? I don't really know. For me, at my level right now, because I'm trying to get strong in areas that I've not been strong before, the forearm, I haven't really trained a lot of these muscles very much. So I don't think it would be advantageous for me to take steroids right now, except for recovery, because they're going to get a lot stronger really quickly because they've not really been trained specifically. So, I'm not saying I'm not going to. I don't know. I take replacement levels now, if I'm being completely honest, and replacement levels are generally considered to be between maybe 75 and 175 milligrams of testosterone a week, which is recommended for men over 40, and I'm 55. So I think that's reasonable. I take about 150 to 175 a week. So it varies because sometimes I forget and it goes a little longer between shots. So, and I never make up for it. And I feel pretty good, besides my injuries and just age in general. I can't really complain. So, once I feel I'm topped out on the strength in the new areas where I'm trying to build strength, I'll reconsider. But for now, there's no real reason. I don't have, for the first time in my life, it doesn't mean jack shit to me, or it's not advantageous to me to look good or to look big. I think we all want to look good, but it's not really. It's a sport that doesn't really matter what you look like, except for maybe intimidation factor, and most of these guys aren't easily intimidated. So yeah, we'll see. As for now, clean as a whistle. Besides testosterone replacement levels, and we'll take it from there. I think for overall strength, obviously it's incredibly effective, but I don't really need overall strength until at least until I learn what I'm doing here and I get the strength specified for the areas that I need to be, my wrist, my hand, my forearms, and different parts of my forearms than normally would have been hit doing deadlifts and curls and stuff like that. So anyway, have a good night. Please like and subscribe so I can. I'm gonna start doing some more training content and try to get some guests on and see what we can do with this channel. Take care.